Welcome, brave wanderer, to this magical forest, where all manner of unsung adventure waits around every corner. Our party had just finished persuading a town of gullible, free-range humans to give over their strongest and most talented young men and women to the leadership of the divine money nymph, otherwise known as Credu, daughter of Balzac, the demon lord. Will this wondrous money nymph grant fame and fortune? Perhaps a life of torment and endless servitude, or if they are lucky, a quick death.
For it's a magical forest adventure in a magical forest today. A magical forest adventure. Come play, come play. There is rhyme, there is reason and cunning. There is danger and daring and do. Grab the tail of this life and hold tightly, for its jaws, they are coming for you. So come on a
magical forest adventure.
In a magical forest today.
A magical forest adventure.
Come play, come play.
So, you march off into the forest once more, now with a full unit of 20 in tow. A couple of hand carts. What were we calling them? What did you call your first unit?
Oh, my first unit.
Oh,
This is so great.
Fig tiefling.
The religious ones?
The religious ones.
Yeah, so I can remember, like, okay, I have to be a
We're
deity.
calling God Boys.
God boys!
So their faces? What do they think they're getting called?
God Boys.
It makes them feel good as well. I like
the
this.
faithful.
In a completely non-gender specific kind of way.
Yeah,
The faithful.
The
God
faithful.
boys. Well, we call them God boys. To
God
their
boys.
face, we call them the faithful. Behind them,
The
we call them the
faithful.
God boys.
Totally.
So I don't necessarily want you to make ongoing and consistent persuasion rolls to try and hoodwink these people. So what I'm going to get you to do is make one roll for me right now, based on the performance that you've gotten, based on the performance that you did in the village to convince them to come with you. I give you advantage, so you can make a roll, 2 dice, take the highest. It's persuasion or performance, your choice, to basically see how faithful the faithful are, how loyal they are.
Okay, great. D20. So 2 dice or?
2 dice, choose the highest.
What's it to go with?
Charisma.
16. The highest is 16.
Plus 3.
That seems
So it's 19.
Whoa.
So 19?
19. If it's just plus straight charisma, 19.
That seems excellent.
That seems pretty good.
Yeah, they seem very loyal. They've swallowed your information, hook, line, and sinker. And who among them would you exalt to be the head of this faithful group? What would you call them?
To the
Your
head of this
liaison.
group?
Yeah.
Does it have to be one of the humans, or can I consult him in general?
Well, the generals kind of rule over everybody, right?
That's true. That's true. I was thinking about finally making him a general. She never actually did.
Totally am a general.
You just by
Master
proxy.
general.
Just am a general.
I am a general.
Did it.
I'm the oldest of the men.
Colin Jenkins?
Colin Jenkins! Actually, can we call him Leroy Jenkins?
Call him whatever you want.
Leroy.
Lenny?
Leroy.
Oh god.
Can we call him Leroy?
Leroy?
Leroy. Let's
Leroy.
go Leroy. So no.
No copyright issues. This goes
Leroy?
very good with the cosplay that you had the first
Yes.
game that we played.
So Leroy Jenkins is very devout and believes that you are the embodiment of a god, but they don't quite know what god you are. So what are you telling them you are?
I'm continuing the story that I am the money nymph.
Oh, money nymph.
Money nymph, besides the fact I'm like a demon.
God of money. Goddess of money.
Goddess of wealth.
Goddess of wealth.
And good fortune.
And good fortune.
Chick nymph.
Shadow's just whispering to her.
Like a shadow would.
Yeah, I'm just like this is how you get people.
Yeah, this is my bag.
I am the goddess of wealth and good fortune.
Look at my shiny horns.
Well, you certainly have to look in your pearl opalescent skin.
Yes. Right.
And there are men and women included, 20, and a few support people. Say.
So
The women.
So 15 men and 10 women.
15, it ends up being like 50-50 men and women in the fighting corps, and then the support group. Like, just not all the men were actually willing to fight at the end of the day, but they're willing to be there and follow that money nymph, the goddess of wealth.
Okay.
Credo, goddess of wealth. Is it
Okay.
Credo, using your real name?
Credo. Yes, of course.
Just.
If we're going to go through towns where people might actually know me, it's going to be counteractive to use a different name.
I'd like to just talk to Credo for a second and be like, hey, this is a really large group of people. Are we ready? Are we ready to go and take on your dad? Because I'm getting a little excited now.
This is not a lot of people.
What do you mean?
There's not a lot of people. In terms of what you know, it's a lot of people, but it's not actually a lot of people. It's alright. I can show you the world.
This is like 2,000 people.
Yeah.
How many do we need?
Oh, a few more.
They smell.
A few more. You'll be alright. Right?
This is around the campfire that night,
They do
and they
smell.
start going off into the woods, and these people are like hunting for small game and
I'm
Forrest
wildly
sing.
uncomfortable.
and defecating and
frolicking around and just defecating. You know, that defecating's not a huge problem. But,
No, it's kind of fertilizer.
yeah, and but they're hunting small game and pulling up like food and things like that.
Certainly hope
They
they're
have
not
brought
digging.
some of their own food.
No reason.
You give them stern looks if ever they wander off in the direction of your grave for the unknown soldier,
She flaps.
whose name we never learned, by the way.
Yeah, he never gave me the. Yeah, no good.
It was probably a witch anyway.
Maybe around the campfire I can be like, Goldfag, why do you have so much blood on you?
I don't have any.
Wait. Can I? Because I saw him fly off with the child. Am I able to deduce that blood is
Give
potentially?
me an intelligence roll.
I have not figured out how Goldfag feels about this yet.
How is that right?
That is a 5.
Regardless, you
Oh,
are
wait.
privy to this conversation
Which conversation?
that you two are currently having.
Oh, okay.
So I would allow you, Shadow, to listen to this conversation, and then, unseen in the darkness, you can butt in at any point you want. So please continue.
Goldfag, I just am a little concerned. You look like you've seen some shit. I know that haunted look, friend. Why do you have so much blood on you? You look... I don't know what you were doing in that time that I was showering gold upon the people.
Gorgeous wood nymph. I cannot lie to you. In the moments upon which we settled with the faithful, when we found ourselves the faithful, I was locked in tremendously difficult combat.
It's a safe space. You can say what you need to say. We're here for you.
I
Real
was
listening.
experiencing such combat, such
Why not?
tremendous martial violence like I can't remember ever experiencing before. Locked in combat in the skies.
You got in a fight?
Locked in combat in the skies.
In the sky?
In the skies.
Now you realize that they're all there.
I don't.
Because your wisdom is very low.
It's my conscience telling me. Locked
Continue.
in combat in the skies, with with your suitor. With that human who sought your affections. He was he would not relent. He would not give up. He fought so fiercely until the very last. I put him away in the traditional custom of my people. I gave him the appropriate farewell rites.
This is why you're so good.
But that's why I have blood on me. In the combat for your affections, high above the skies of that boring, gross, small human town, I defeated, I bested that small thing.
There is a tiny human.
Did I not? Oh, that's right.
Where is the tiny human Goldberg?
I farewelled him in the custom of our people. I laid him to rest in a small clearing.
He killed. How did he die?
He fought valiantly. However, he tripped and
He tripped.
he tripped in the sky
Yeah.
on my hand
Oh.
and fell to the earth. He plunged to the earth.
Oh. Did you drop him?
No, it was the combat was fierce. He fought till the last. Did I not mention? And unfortunately, these humans, they are not practiced at landing. So when he fell, he did not use his human claws, talons. He used his human beak.
His face.
His face. He used his face to land.
What did you do?
I farewelled him in the manner of my. Oh, you don't know.
What did you do with the body?
What?
Don't tell me you ate.
No, I wouldn't eat. No, it's much too small for a meal. But I farewelled him in the manner of my people. I gave him an honorable burial.
He's buried. Okay. I do not tell the Goldberg that was a child. I do not say anything. I just look at these two. I'm like,
Are you shocked?
I mean, I didn't like him anyway, so.
you didn't like you did good, Goldberg.
I didn't
You
like-
defended
I didn't
yourself.
like the kid.
I gave him a warrior's burial.
And you did the honorable thing.
I said goodbye to him honorably.
I throw up.
This is a nice campfire.
The aftertaste of truffle.
This reminds me of my dad's bedtime stories.
Ah. Are you familiar with the way that we say goodbye to particularly strong warriors?
No, sure.
Kill them, throw their body in a deep. Nope.
She's wonderful.
Say a prayer.
And as the haunting and
It's much like that.
beautiful cries of the Aarakocra's tribal song echoes through the trees at night, the faithful seek solace and rest, and so do the rest of you. The faithful are now there to look after you and your interests and keep watch so that you can all sleep quite happily.
Good question.
Yes?
Is this kid's dad part of our group?
Quite likely you haven't had that conversation.
No,
You're welcome to look into it if you like.
I don't think he would be because I only asked for him between the age of 16 and 35, and he said
He
his
was
dad was quite
specifically
old
and feeble.
Alright, cool.
It's a child's perception of an adult, though.
Oh, yeah.
Many of you called me old.
I was gonna make a joke of like, what is 40 old?
One of those things is
No, when you're like 20, children think that you're like old.
Regardless,
Oh,
you have some
sorry.
decisions to make.
Okay.
To where do you head? Come
was
in the morning.
in the morning. I assume that we're still going to take the road or the path or the direction towards Mordenvale.
Are there any others?
Am I the only one that knows how to get there?
Imagine the humans understand that.
Hey,
They haven't been there.
would I know?
You know.
Damn it.
Out of the way.
Damn it.
Okay, Creator.
Are there other small villages on the way?
Woo!
But are you actually directing people, or are you relying on your generals to lead the way?
I'm riding
Well,
her.
she's riding me, so I imagine that she's pointing and being like, that way, go that way. no, this way.
That's okay, what I'm doing.
And
So
I'm
I
trying
am
to look up to
directing.
be like,
by
where's
proxy.
your hand pointing?
Really good impression.
I eventually just start doing the whole heel in the face thing, like I'm riding a horse. Like, nah.
Have a mole!
But I know the general direction of where we're going, and it's
I was hoping maybe
West.
to steer you guys in
Going
the
west.
right direction.
Excellent. Shadow, would you like to in any way misdirect them?
Yes,
Okay.
I would.
And how would you like to do this?
Do I know of any other villages in this area that I could like be like that? It's still like a location, and
You know of several villages in this area because this is the way you come. From the city to here, you know that there are not just villages but also towns.
yeah,
And a variety.
I'm
You-
wanting to look for it more like a town, somewhere bigger than the last place, but not as big as.
Okay. So you know that probably 3 days from here, there is a small town, maybe, a few hundred people. And it is it's a more mixed settlement. So it's still mostly humans, but there are definitely some elves and dwarfs and a few other creatures there. You know that there might be. You've seen some furbolgs wandering around. You've seen some half-orcs. Some of the more monstrous races,
But
as
less
it were.
of them.
Less of them. It's
Yeah.
still predominantly a human town. You believe that the administration of the town is run by humans. It's called Forgedale.
And how, like, if we're saying that Mordenvale is west,
Mhm.
which is what I recorded, yep.
That's correct.
Yep. So we're going. So I'm trying to just.
You guys are pretty much at this point equal distance between the Bone Kingdom, Mordenvale, or at least you were when you started, and the Maya where Ilard the Wicked is. And
You're saying that we could, like, go anywhere.
I'm saying that you've moved closer.
I'm
These
just
are the
seeing how
locations
far
that
I
you know
can
specifically.
misdirect. So, like, in what direction would Forgedale be compared to Mordenvale? Would it still be westward, but like
Just try and convince us of something. Just try and
southerly
convince-
west or northerly west?
It's back towards the Bone Kingdom.
Which was
South.
South. Okay, cool. All right, so south. So as you're going this way and this way, there's actually there's a quicker way to get there. If you go just a bit south, we can actually find a way that goes around. Like, trust me, I know how to, like, I'm
Great,
from
give me a
there,
deception roll.
Oh.
And we can make this quick, and you can, Predu, make a wisdom perception roll.
Doesn't look good.
Or
This is
insight,
mine,
wisdom
this is
insight,
mine.
please.
So I got a 6.
Okay,
Pretty good.
awesome.
Yeah.
Better than
See,
I've been rolling.
Insight plus
And your
15.
insight? Yeah.
She seems to be trying to deliberately mislead you for some reason.
What's your problem? What's your problem? So we need to talk. We're gonna have a talk, okay? Why are you trying to just mislead us? We've got these, all these
do
people.
I just walk over?
Oh, yeah, you
No.
do.
Do I put you down?
We're both in your shoulders having this
Oh
conversation.
no, you can both sit on your
Get the
shoulder.
Make a
cat
strength
scramble.
roll.
Strength. Okay. Pardon me for a moment. Just have a look
We're
at my
sitting up there. I told you to come up. I don't.
16.
I'm not going down there.
Ugh, okay, you're definitely encumbered with all the gold and the two people who also have gold that you're carrying. Your legs are quaking step after step. Sweat is leaching into your fur
I
and
am
matting it
wildly
down.
uncomfortable.
You'll be over soon. I promise. It'll be okay. Just a little bit longer. I don't
You're
wanna-
so lovely, God.
I can't go back to Mordenvale.
What?
You can hear this whole thing.
I can't physically hear you.
No.
Please talk
Oh,
out.
okay, sorry. I was just
Where's
trying to. I was trying
Where's
to.
Golfag and all this?
Not there.
Can he
He's
hear?
not there.
Or is he like bringing
No.
up the rear, or is he?
Yeah.
far
Golfag,
up the rear?
Golfang,
This is
are
the rear.
you fraternizing with the humans?
I'm at the rear fraternizing with the humans.
Yes, they are eager to hear of your stories.
How many stories?
We can tell.
Yeah.
I'm an amnesiac.
One of them's talking about their favorite nephew.
We could. Were they? They were talking about their favorite nephew. Yeah. We with this one time with the gold nymph, with the treasure goblin god that you all love so much. We went to a tower in the woods, and we climbed the tower, and there was a weird witch creature there, and we dispatched it with haste.
You bested the evil and wicked Mitra.
That's you bet your.
He's been
pink skin I did.
tormenting us for years.
Took care.
You truly are gracious people.
We took care of Mitra.
Great
And we
and powerful.
Tossed her into the swamp.
Sorry. Great and powerful. Oh, it's amazing.
Stay consistent, please.
Did you know though that Mitra's tower had plenty of oozing, writhing, wriggly worms?
Oh, that sounds horrible. You are so brave.
Lucky we can fly and throw gems and have flies and stuff. We beat them all. And
Show us how you throw the gems again.
just like, rah!
Oh.
Let me get some more. Rah!
You can mark some gems off your sheet. Okay. Meanwhile,
This
So,
conversation's going.
alright, so instead of sneaky seed, yeah, so I can't go back to Mordenvale, because I will be killed.
Wait, what? Why?
I stole some things.
Like what?
That's not that bad.
The point is not what I stole, it's who I stole off.
Okay, who'd you steal off? Can I fix it? Can I smooth it over with her?
She's very
wait,
she's
can
very
you-
persuasive.
Can you fix this?
Potentially, my dad is Balzag.
Bolzag.
Balzag.
Correct
You
term,
know-
like
you know-
Bolzag.
Ruth the Ruthless?
Yeah, sure. Sure. Yeah, I know the lady.
Do
Okay.
you actually?
Yeah.
make a deception roll.
Like a-
Make a
Can I-
deception roll.
Can
Creator.
I?
So I don't
can
know her? Okay.
Is she
It's
not
a natural
famous?
one. I don't even want to. That's a natural one.
Well,
that's
she's
it.
talking out her ass, but you know it's hard for you to tell anymore what's a lie and what's the truth.
Yeah, everything blurs together with
But
this
yeah,
one.
it seems like she's talking out her ass. She's like that dismissive. Yeah, I know that person.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
So I have terrible deception.
In this instance, yeah.
Great.
Every other time.
And just also like, you know, there's people that don't want me in that city other than her. I mean, like, there's the whole gang, and there's my mom. Never mind, no one. I have no family. Totally orphanate.
That's
Yeah,
sad.
orphanated.
I
I
wish
wish
I was an
miraculous
orphan.
birth. I have read about those.
I just, yep. So if you can help me protect me,
Give me a
that would be
constitution
great.
roll, please.
Over here.
Constitution.
What's Constitution for?
Not you.
I genuinely
Sorry,
feel confident when she says like, "I'm gonna look after you." I believe
Oh, mine's
Oh,
plus, sorry.
her.
Oh, 1.
Oh shit!
Boom! The bugbear suddenly collapses on the ground.
Why did you? Screw both.
Take a wound, please.
Wait, how much do I lose?
Just one.
Just one.
Unless you roll a 1.
No, it's fine. Just one. But yeah, as you collapse to the ground, face first, under the weight of Credu and Shadow.
I have 10 hit points now, thanks, guys.
My bad.
I'm gonna need a rest.
Okay, we're gonna have to rest then.
As you're
Halt,
on the ground,
people!
I like feed you a cookie.
Look,
And
it's
just,
like
like, patting.
pescatarian.
They let
I
it-
feed one to myself. Like, I don't know, it's a cookie.
What
Okay. We're gonna rest and rally the troops.
Okay.
I meditate.
It's about lunchtime anyway.
I meditate like angel in the middle of the road.
Second
I
piece.
don't move. I'm like, I'm done.
So,
So, do I get to take a short rest then?
yes, if you guys like. And would you like to continue your conversation?
Yes, we need to continue our conversation.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be okay. I promise you that.
Like, really though? Like, you know, you're just
If
gonna
it's gonna
do
be too
it
much of an issue, you
for-
can just stay outside the city walls with the troops. Easy. We need someone to look after them anyway. And Bird person just keeps talking to us. So. That story last night was wild.
Just like I'm a little bit embarrassed with this, and I'm just like,
I'm gonna have to take him with me. It's gonna be-
I would prefer to stay with you. That's
Oh, that's so
alright.
cute. Maybe we'll talk about it.
Alright. Like Like, I'm sorry, she's like saying that she's gonna look after me. No one said they're gonna look after me before. I'm just like, oh my god, I actually believe her.
I'm gonna look after you. Otherwise, I will infect people with lice and or fireballs. What? That's the way you do friendship?
I've suddenly like developed a closer bond with Credo.
Oh.
I fully believe her to look after me.
Credo, this gold is getting pretty heavy.
Okay.
Do you want to keep carrying it, or do you want to organize some alternative form of transport?
Can our people carry it? Oh, they're
course
just gonna
they can.
steal it, aren't they?
They're pretty loyal.
Okay, I want them to carry all of our gold.
In a car.
So does that mean I minus all my gold off my shoe?
Yeah. And somebody can keep track of all the gold.
I'm keeping my jewelry on me then.
Of course.
And my bones.
Yeah, if you want.
This one.
Yeah, shock I'm not.
I don't feel like they should be carrying bones. It's a bit weird.
Okay,
Oh,
so
did you have all the golden bones?
No. I just took a complete
You
list
have
of
the
all of the
I
stuff.
got the golden bones.
I have 235 gold.
And a
But,
crown.
she has the crown. I have the adder box.
I thought I had the crown.
Oh, I thought you stole the crown.
What? She has the crown.
Okay.
Cool. So
Let's
we
assume I have the
are
rest.
asking all the humans to use one of their carts to take all the gold.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Is that
It's
feasible?
fine.
Yep.
No,
They've got some hand cards. Hand cards.
I keep my gold on me.
I don't care. I'm like, sure, whatever.
It is
I
heavy.
don't care.
250 gold is like
I got a backpack.
significant.
Okay,
I
so
don't
can
think you
somebody
can.
add it all up? I'm gonna say
She'll,
Faith, can you add it all up? So 235 gold from me. How much gold do you have, Credo?
How much gold do I have?
Well, we all got
250 was the
250.
original.
Oh, I only have 250. I didn't spend any money.
Did you?
Give it
Oh
to
yeah,
the
no.
others.
She gave her gold instead of you giving your gold. Yep. Okay.
You,
Yeah.
you lost 30 gold, so you'd only have 250.
I had some gold before, apparently. I don't know.
I had
Oh,
starting
from the
gold.
pot. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, you had starting pieces of gold. You
Yeah.
made them into a necklace. You didn't use them for anything. They just looked pretty.
It looks really nice.
So was it then 220?
So, no, mine's 235.
Okay,
I gave you an accurate number.
okay.
How much gold do you have?
Take my 220.
Why do you only have 220?
So I've been
'Cause
giving
you've
it
been
out the back
throwing
of a caravan
gems.
like an idiot.
I
Truly, she is the money nymph.
But I want to keep my little box. I like my box. I think it's kind of cute. I don't open it. I just like it and keep it.
Right. And I'll keep the box of gems, the sword, the jeweled box that might have snakes in. And
Oh no, that's Jupiter has
I
that.
just have the box that has snakes in it.
oh, great. All right, well,
It might have snakes. It might not have snakes.
It's Schrodinger's jewel box.
I-
see that one.
give half of my gold to them, but I keep half on me.
nice.
Okay.
Just I like having it on me.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've given all my gold over, but I'm definitely keeping my jewelry and my bones.
Alright, cool.
Bonded to them.
So you reorganize your luggage, so it's much easier for all of you to continue to move.
Ah, Credo, get on. Cat, no.
Okay. Yep.
I'm watching that card.
Of course.
Somebody else.
These guys seem pretty loyal.
Great.
But you continue on, nonetheless. And eventually you come to the end of another day of traveling, and you're heading in the direction of Morden. And the people seem to be getting a little more nervous, but they're in high spirits because of their faith in you and the money that keeps leaching out. Everywhere they go, and every time they sort of stop, they do go into the wilderness and they kill more animals and take more things, but it's not a huge amount of people.
With
Well,
life, there is death.
uh-huh.
Do you want me to kill
Death,
any of them?
There is rebirth. I thought you wanted to eat them before. Now we want to kill them. Now we want to save them. What do you want to do?
Well, I can get rid of some of them.
It's a circle of life.
Why?
If you say yes, you'll find out how, but you know, that's on me and my soul.
No. With life, with death, with rebirth. You know, as Greenleaf would say.
Oh, you're way too good. Jesus.
Woman of the forest. Ecosystems and shit, yo.
Yes. In the spirit of ecosystems, they eat the forest. We eat them.
The forest eats
The forest eats us.
Do we want to eat them? I think we're all human eating people here.
I don't need
That
people.
is wildly uncomfortable.
Like, so I was just like, so just to put it in context with you guys, if you eat the people,
Uh-huh.
I'm eating Mo.
Oh.
A flicker.
Why?
That's right. I don't eat people. I would eat that.
I'll push her over.
Circle.
I follow. No, like, come on. I steady myself.
Mo's like,
Don't listen to him.
you see a random eye and claw reach out from Jupiter's fur before retreating back in.
I want
Can't eat
to.
that, right?
I got a weird ploy here. I want to see where it goes. Are you ready?
I'm all about it.
I'm
I want
sorry.
the finger bone.
Uh-huh.
It's like a full intact finger bone. It's gold. I want to fling it out to the people who are following us. To the what are they called? The fellowship.
The faithful.
The
faithful,
The
yeah.
pink skin.
To the keys.
That's what I've
To the faithful. And like, bone train incoming, and just fling it out and watch what they do.
Bone train.
They all look confused and stare at each other
Do they know what a finger bone looks like?
and look at the ground. Here. Oh, she gave forth the holy relic. Look,
Look what you're doing.
she gave us her very finger. The heart of her being. This is to be enshrined, a symbol of her love and devotion to us. We need to give her a light cane.
These stupid monkeys thought that you gave them your finger.
I gave you my finger. Pick up the pace. Let's go.
Stop hunting so much shit.
Yeah.
So you
killing
want to
so
stop
many
for the day?
things.
You're gonna march them through the night? Is that what you're saying?
Make it look like I'm missing a finger.
What are we doing? Are we marching through the night or are we taking a break?
You guys just rested, right?
It's been a whole day.
Yeah,
We rested.
had
It's,
a day
it's
march.
gone
Day
on.
march
We've
since
been
then.
traveling for a couple of days
haven't
now. It's
encountered
getting to the
anything.
end of another day's travel.
How many days
And
have you been traveling for? Aren't we at that market? Near that market?
No, because it takes a week to get there. Remember?
Great.
You're going
Fine,
tomorrow.
we'll nap.
but
You're
this
so
evening,
grumpy. I feel like you're just
you,
gonna get
as
grumpier.
the sun starts going down, you're starting to look for a campsite. One of the faithful comes back and is like, "Oh, my, your, what are you asking them to call you? Your Majesty, Your Grace, Great Credo, Holy One,
Your holiness.
my Holiness." We spotted a small campfire up ahead. Shall we just camp here then?
Yes, what? Up ahead?
I think we should go investigate. I think the band of us need to go investigate.
Alright, we're gonna stop here. Everyone, thank you, General. I really appreciate your input.
No problems. High five.
We're gonna stop here.
High
We're
five,
gonna stop
high
here for
five,
the
and you're
night.
just like,
Everyone rest.
I'll wait for her to come.
Core 3. You stay there. Core 3.
No, we should bring Golf back.
No, but
Why?
Because he's our friend!
He's your friend.
are you saying I'm stuck with the people? I don't want to be stuck with the people.
No,
This-
no,
I said the
fine.
core 3.
Okay, cool.
No,
I
no,
don't
okay,
care for
all
the
of us
treasure goblin anyway.
need to go.
I don't want to leave the our treasure alone.
How dare you be so rude to our holiness?
What?
They love you. They're not gonna leave. We're gonna be okay. What if we tell the humans we're gonna go and make sure that everything's safe? Stay here, hold the fort, and we will go make sure that everything's fine.
Okay. Fine.
Cool. We go off in the direction of the fire.
Okay, so who's going? All four of you?
All four of
I
us.
tend to.
We're going on a magical forest adventure.
Unless you don't want to come. You want to stay with the. You gonna come?
Away
I
from
don't
your
like staying with
friends.
the people. They keep trying to pet me with their
Just
dirty
hang
hands,
out.
and I don't like it.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
You're fine. You've got clean hands.
I do have very clean hands because I don't walk on the
So
ground.
who's going ahead?
I'll scout ahead.
Well, maybe we can sneak
Scout.
Yeah,
ahead.
you two are definitely the sneakiest.
Scout. I want the cat scout. I'm riding you. Stay. Scout.
You're not riding me anymore.
Oh.
We stopped for the night.
Damn it.
So can we stealth up to this campfire?
Yes, of course. So the two of you, make stealth rolls, please.
Nat 20.
That's
No one's
13
seeing
for
you.
me.
25
Still pretty
total.
So go back. How's it
Cool.
going?
You know.
So as you guys creep along,
How you feel after
you start to make out
Good.
a couple of figures sitting around the campfire. And they're wearing some strange hats, wide and round, with little like stovepipes going up the top. And you see little puffs of smoke coming out the top of them.
Have I ever seen these creatures before?
No, in the forest.
Have
I've
you ever
seen
seen them?
anything like this before. There would be anything in.
Intelligence roll.
Another Nat 20. It doesn't mean that I know anything. Like, if they've not been in the city, then they've not been in the city.
No, you've heard of these guys. They're bounty hunters.
Oh, hells yes.
They are Arkle and Jarks, and they are notorious bounty hunters. They're no bounty hunters.
Oh, the little gnomes.
Yes, but they've made themselves these steam-powered clockwork suits that they ride inside of.
Oh, so they are not little gnomes.
No,
How big are they compared to me?
Never know.
not as big as you.
No one is as big as me. I would be a giant woman. I think I whispered to Shadow, I'm like, hey Shadow, hey Shadow, I think that we should just go and talk to our people about what we saw, see what they have to say.
And you see little sticks coming out from the center of their torso areas, and they're with these little bubbles on them that are over the fireplace, like slowly roasting, and hear them talking in a language that you speak Gnomish.
No, I speak.
Then you don't understand.
No, I speak common language of these days.
Cool, so we go back to Golfag
Good.
and squeeze the teeth like we do. And we say, hey, look, we've seen the... And then you tell them what you saw because I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so,
That's assuming we're still there.
pretty.
I mean, I could have eaten him in this time, you know, right?
Cool. So there's some
In fact, you feel that there are some bits missing.
Gnomish.
She keeps looking at you. Give me a charisma perception roll.
Wisdom charisma.
A charisma perception
Can
roll.
I add all of my numbers together on this one?
No, just the charisma numbers.
Yeah. 1.
You think that Creedy is actually very attracted to you. She keeps looking at you with
Stop
these
looking at
hungry
my-
eyes.
Wait.
Like, keeps looking you up and down. And also, the other thing that you've noticed is that she always seems to pretend like she doesn't like you and deliberately ignore you, except she just cannot ever keep her eyes off of you.
Avert your eyes, treasure goblin.
He is already spoken for.
I don't know when this became like two-way.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm not after your man, I just want to eat him.
Excuse me? You would like to consume him?
His soul in particular, he killed a 10-year-old boy. We were all there for that story.
Very strong pink skin warrior.
Very strong.
Very strong. You did the right thing.
Who was...
Tell them what you saw.
So the campfire that's overhead, we've got 2 gnomish bounty hunters. Their names are Arkle and Jarks. They are not something to be taken lightly. These guys are really good at their job, and if you're on their list, you've got something to worry about.
I'm gonna fight something.
But I can't understand what they're saying, so I don't know who they're after.
Let's go fight. Yeah, I'm feeling riled up. I want to go have a fight.
These guys are ready to fight. They're ready to take on things like
I
don't
want
know
their
about you,
damn
but I
armor things. Can we wear them? Can we wear the
No,
dwarf
they're made
armor
for
things?
gnomes.
No, gnomes are small.
How tall are gnomes? Like how tall am I?
You're like a normal size.
Can I not? So we can't steal them and repurpose them.
Maybe I can talk to the small man things.
You don't even know.
I want to fight.
Well, don't you want to conscript them?
There's 2 of them and they're tiny.
Yeah, but they're well, like they know how to fight. They know how to catch it. They probably,
how about last
they probably know better, like how to fight better than like all of these people combined.
Worst case scenario, we kill them, okay? Well, let's go talk.
But they're bounty hunters. They're gonna be very expensive. I can't just, woo some magic and I'm a god. I have to pay them a lot, which we
Oh.
don't have enough of yet.
That is actually a very good point.
Let's kill them.
Let's go kill them.
There is less point.
It's just 2 of them, right?
Yeah, it's just 2 of them.
I'm excited for this.
Okay,
Can we do this smartly and maybe do an
Sneak attack?
ambush in like I can go in and distract them and all this stuff, and
Sneak
then you
attack?
guys can sneak attack in and get these guys.
So you want to distract, and then we can sneak. And I have entangle, speak with animals, cure wounds, and healing wounds. I
Unless
can
you
heal
want to
y'all.
go and charm these guys with your wonderful personality while we
Little fight.
sneaky
Can go through less of them.
Throw lies at them. That's how we distract them.
and.
Non-general wants to talk.
I kind of just want to know what their deal is before we kill them. That's all.
I'm not good with the sneaking. Just a heads up. Just an FYI.
so how
Even
about-
without the rolls.
Have you cleaned the blood off your feathers yet?
What blood in the
He's probably
Cleaning?
yes.
What's cleaning?
You've pruned. It's
What
fine.
about if Credu throws the lice and they go and then we sneak attack in and then Golfag just chases up and just like rages with a barbarian.
How heavy are gnomes?
Not very
could fling
heavy. You could catapult.
I think it's an inanimate object specifically.
5
yeah.
pounds.
Are you sure?
Okay.
More than 5
What does it
pounds.
say? Any object?
One object weighing 1 to 5 pounds
Yeah,
in
true.
range that isn't being worn or carried.
Average gnome weights. Somebody want to consult the oracle?
Okay, Google.
They don't need killing, right? We can just knock them out.
We can lice them and catapult them. What else? What other spells do you people have? What do you else do?
I can entangle them.
I have great axe and hand axe.
Oh, but it does specifically say
And-
here if the object would
and
strike a
that's-
creature, that the creature must make a dex save. So it's not saying that the object. It might be implying that the object can't be a creature.
It is implying that the object can be a creature. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that it can't be an animate object. So
Yeah.
it could be part of something or something else.
Either
Pull
way,
out
you
some
can't
cogs.
fling a gnome.
Okay.
You cannot fling a gnome.
I mean, that was going to be a really fun idea.
Okay, are we going with
It's a
game
great
plan of lice, sneak attacks, and then Golfag coming up?
Flying axe face.
I mean, like, don't you want to know who they're bountying at the moment?
I
I mean,
wanna
these
kill
guys
I wanna
like
steal
kill-
from
It's
them.
been 3 episodes and I haven't been able to engage in combat.
Yeah, I want to engage in combat too. I'm blood hungry. I'm bloodthirsty. I
I'm
need.
outnumbered.
I need.
She hasn't had
Let's
souls
kill
for like
these
2
souls
months.
in a
Because
while.
we're clever. That's
It's-
why we don't have
It's
to
been
do
2
combat.
months.
Okay, so us 3 will sneak up
Uh-huh.
to the camp area.
Uh-huh.
Who talks to him?
Not talking.
We're not talking. We're throwing lice and
Good.
throwing axes.
Alright, cool. So, who is going first?
Well, we have to throw the lice first.
I cast infestation.
Okay, well, you're gonna all need to make stealth or because you guys snuck back, right? But I'll let you make a group stealth check this time. So everyone can roll, and we'll just take the
Highest?
not the highest, but we'll take the majority highest.
7.
I'm sorry, everybody.
8.
Where's my?
Oh wait, do I have to add my thing to it?
Scroll down. Scroll down on the page.
It is
7. Sorry, 7.
12.
15.
Feels like a 10.
Wow.
Oh no, 13. 13.
Oh, feels like 12.
So, as you're sneaking up, you're all sort of spreading out, I'm assuming, to be ready to surround them.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, they, hey, what is it? And you see them go, stand bolt upright and turn around. And these little cages go up their torsos. And they're like, ugh!
So their heads are poking out?
No, so they've got these heads. They don't really have heads. They've just got like hats on top of where their heads are, with these
Oh.
chimneys on top of them. And you're fully seeing them now. They've got iron and brass and copper plate arms and bodies. They're very sort of rotational like this.
Okay.
And they have this sort of looks like a spinning axle around their midriff, and these legs. And they actually have 3 legs.
Wow.
Now that you're looking at it.
Yeah,
So-
they do.
And they spin around. And they sort of, and they stand up, and the top kind of spins around, and you see this grill in the center of the torso, where there's a grill here, and inside you see a little gnome, and each one going, "Ah! Who goes there?" And a big booms out of like a little loudspeaker that flops out of the side of one of their heads.
Time for talkie.
Wait.
Time for very strong
They sealed
talkie.
up.
They can, you guess they can likely see your shadows.
Interest.
I don't think it's gonna work because they're sealed up in the little thingies now.
No,
They've got
you
a
said
grill.
it was
It's
like
a
a
grill.
cage. It's
Yep.
so it's grill, so you can still get in there.
I cast infestation.
Mm-hmm.
And I prepare to throw javelins.
That's what it was.
So they take full damage.
Fuck yeah.
So I
Did you do that? 2's fine.
D6, yeah.
The main thing is that one of them is completely incapacitated,
as they're like, and start flailing around inside their little cockpit, as it were.
Okay.
And so you're very surprised. Everyone's surprised, and everyone can now roll initiative. So 20-sided dice. Add your dexterity bonus.
Add my dex.
You have a -1 to your dex. So you rolled a 2.
That's 12.
And I have a +3, so I have a 15.
16 over here.
Oh, so Golfag, Shadow, me, Peter.
Okay, so
We're gonna die.
We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Don't get killed by a gnome. That's totally shameful.
Episode 4, we come back as all new characters.
It's not like they're Iron Man, okay? Like,
But you're like, I just spent so long on these horns. What horns?
okay.
Are people?
So guys, we're gonna go in order. So who has 25 to 20? So I'm calling out the numbers for initiative.
Nobody has that.
Okay, 20 to 15.
yeah, 15.
I have
16.
16.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna be going first, and then Fag, and then you, and then
Inside.
what did you get?
I got a 12. And
Yeah.
you rolled a 3.
Cool. Negan and you. Whoa! Damn it.
It's fine.
That's right. I'm gonna cut this bit out.
Okay.
But
We can remember
You
in
really
the
need to.
future. It's okay.
Where'd it go?
yeah, but I want to be able to see it. So what I need
Do you
you
wanna put
guys
them
to
at
do?
the front?
Yeah, put them at the front like this kind of thing, so I
Yeah.
can see them. You get it?
The treasure goblin.
The treasure goblin rears its head. That's beautiful shiny head from beneath.
Lauren, keep it up so Hope can see.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
so,
move this little skull.
Yeah,
Are
put it
these
on
real
anything.
skulls?
Yeah, perfect. Just
I
like
think that one's a real one.
That's not a real one. No, that's a cast of a real one.
Cool.
It's a baby cheetah skull. And the other ones are baby skulls.
Oh,
I thought that was, yeah.
Those
Those
casts
skull.
of baby skulls.
that reminds me of a
That's the
great
soft
warrior
spot.
I've met.
That's the soft spot right there. That's
That's what baby. This is why you don't drop babies, because their skulls aren't fully formed yet.
Interesting.
And if you do drop babies, you wind up with a golf bag.
Okay, let's go. I'm really keen for combat.
All right.
All right. So the one that is infested goes first, and is gonna try not to freak the fuck out. It fails like it like hits a button and the front opens. He's like and he falls out of the cockpit on the ground. And he's now this little gnome, and his thing goes and like shuts down. He's like on the ground going scratching wildly at his lice infestation.
I would
Okay.
like to recklessly attack the other one that is
Uh-huh.
standing by throwing my javelin at it. Not just a javelin, but my singy, hummy, resonating javelin.
Uh huh.
To just try and like,
Just the
not
javelin.
for the gnome, but for the vital looking top hat parts of the machine.
Okay.
And I want to kill it. I want to incapacitate it. That's what I'm aiming to do.
Okay. Yep.
Given how I've acted with precision in the past, this should be a piece of
So
cake.
you can do a cold shot. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
You try and just specifically hit it in the head, or you're just gonna try and do damage to it.
I want the javelin to go through it and pin it on tree. Is what I would very much
that's
like to be
So
able to do.
it's a cold shot.
A cold shot.
Cold shot, which is, as I was explaining before, when you were trying to hit the guy in the previous episode, it is -5 to the hit roll.
Doing it with a reckless attack, which means advantage, which means
That's absolutely
rolling
correct.
2
Uh-huh.
d20s
Always.
and picking your favorite.
Yep.
Your favorite. Oh, that one's got my favorite number. I've been
Roll now.
You know it.
Such touchdowns.
Oh.
Oh, 16.
Never than -5.
But I minus is 11. But it's what is it? Am I rolling strength or am I rolling
It's strength.
dexterity?
It's strength plus proficiency. So it's strength and +2
Okay.
for the attack rolls.
So
So-
60.
So just do it first. Just do it first. So 19, 20, 21. So you got a 16.
60. Whoa.
Whoa.
It
It glances off the side, the taper of the head, and just ricochets off to the side, whistling, and thocks into a tree behind it. Shadow.
Good job.
You tried.
So we're trying to we're trying to kill these things. All right. So the
I
one
don't know,
that's
it's up to you guys. Whatever you want to do.
Kill them.
Says the druid.
yeah, druid.
These are abominations against nature.
I don't like machines.
Short bow. All right. So this one that he just missed, that is outside of
Okay.
its little thing. I'm gonna attempt to shoot that with my short bow.
Yep.
That's what I want to do. And I roll a 19.
Hit.
Yes. Okay then. 1d6 in damage. Yeah, 1d6.
And you hitting the one that still has the pilot in it, yes?
No, I'm hitting the one that's outside.
Oh,
of
you're
it.
just shooting at the gnome.
I'm just shooting at the
And
gnome.
are you doing a sneak attack?
Are these guys close enough for me to do sneak attack?
No, but you're hidden because you were stealthing up.
I only get 1d6 at the moment, don't I?
Still something.
Stealthing up.
Which means you're going to be doing 2d6 damage instead of 1d6.
Yeah. Yeah. That is 7 plus 3. Yep. 10.
Cool. Shit! Says the little guy who's on the ground. He's like, ah! There's like a big scar across his face,
So
and
is
he's
this
got an arrow jolting out of his shoulder.
Is this the one that was inside or outside?
Outside.
Outside.
How hurt is that little dude looking?
Oh, pretty hurt, yeah.
Outside dude's looking pretty hurt.
Yeah.
Threaten to heal him.
I want to attack the dude who's outside of the...
Okay, cool. So you're going to use your sneak attack ability.
Yes. How does that work?
So, it's actually on your sheet,
Oh.
but it is...
Surprise attack. Once per combat, if you surprise a creature, hit it with an attack on your first turn in combat. The attack deals an extra 2d6. Wow.
That's
Oh, you
correct.
get an
It's a
extra 2d6. Do you
bugbear
want more
racial
d6s?
ability. So, make your attack roll. He's just on the ground, so he's currently prone,
Well, then maybe I should use my surprise attack on the
which
other
means you're striking with
one.
advantage.
Excited. Just kill him. Come on. Okay, I'd like to kill him now.
Okay, go striking with advantage.
Okay, so I have to use my hit dice. I have to try and hit him first.
That's correct.
Okay, cool.
But you roll 2d20 and choose the highest.
I rolled 2d20, so that was a. Okay, thanks. I'm going to tweak first dice.
Thanks to the clever
20!
infestation.
Nat 20.
Wow. Okay, do you want to roll a lot of dice for me?
Yeah.
Great. So I would like
Is
you
that
to roll, because you have your...
Oh, wait, I'll wait to see how many
So with
D6s
your
I'm
great
giving
club, so I want you to roll 2d8 and
Ooh.
4d6.
you. Oh, Jesus.
Dice Master, help!
And a
This,
D8.
this gnome is gonna be like.
I'm gonna
splattered on
obliterate
the
this
ground.
little shit!
Is it bloodthirsty?
6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 18. What's that say?
That's a 4. Why does someone rate the
22.
4s on that?
Okay, and now add your strength bonus.
Strength is +2.
So how much is that?
4?
24 points of damage. She's like, ah! And you leap out from behind a tree. Like, they can see your shadows,
Can I
but you were pretty much
explain how I
hidden.
kill this dude?
Of course.
So this amazingly huge bugbear had been hiding behind this tiny bush. And I leap out and I just crush him with one blow straight to the head. Like, whoosh!
It's
And
lying.
he squashes.
It's lying prone on the ground.
Oh, I just squash him with his head.
Its body is smaller than the width of your great club, with its pink, radiant crystals. A sickening crunch, splatter, thud, goes out as like a tiny bug. The gnome's carcass is splayed like a wet sack.
Who's a good bounty hunter now?
Splotch!
Just squished a gnome.
I squished
Like it
it,
was a
no,
bug.
and I liked it.
As the maniacal laughter echoes into the distance, the still standing one goes, "No! No! Charcoal!" And spins around, and its midriff torso starts spinning around, and a sound of you hear a bunch of shooting sounds. What's your armor class at the moment?
I'm in armor 13. Creating hasn't gone yet though.
That's a good
No,
thing.
it's not their turn yet.
Okay, cool. I'm 13.
Cool. So 2 bolts fly out from its torso and go and come in. It hits you successfully.
How much?
Not as much as they would like. You take a total of 10 points of damage.
I'm down to 1 HP.
So he's like, "Ah, charcoal!" You see him radically pulling levers,
And I'm,
ting, ting,
like,
ting, and
really
his 3
hurt.
legs, and you now see them walk properly, and it's like 1 leg, 2 legs, 1 leg, 2 legs, 1 leg, 2 legs. As he goes, and it starts getting distance away from you as it unfolds, and it goes, shink, and then these extra blades go shink and fall out from its forearms.
You're in combat.
I should have done that attack on that one.
And its then arms come up like this, and it sort of stands there. You do.
I'm gonna do a firebolt as a range of 120 feet, so I don't want to
Yeah,
go
easy.
anywhere near. Yeah.
You're about 80 feet away at this point. You sort of meandered up. You were behind the other
So
guys.
80 feet?
Yeah.
That's great. It's
You're distracted by the weirdness of the well, I don't know. You tell me. Are you
I was
more
really
distracted?
excited.
Are you more distracted or excited by the gnome being squished like a bug on the ground, or of the weird 3-legged machine moving in a
I am
strange fashion?
distracted by the body on the ground because I'm thinking that's a waste of a soul. I could have eaten that.
You could have eaten that.
Could have eaten that.
Could have
I was
eaten
just
that.
you turned it into a smoothie. I didn't want a smoothie. I was looking for a steak or something, but so I kind of.
Meanwhile, the one who's going first is now very dead. So it's not going anywhere right now. Golfag.
Does rage mean that I can't do anything else? Or can I rage and then do stuff?
You can rage, and your rage is maintained so long as you continue to make attacks or are attacked each round.
Okay. And the rage doesn't count for me. Then I move to somebody else.
It's
Turn
not
to
an
somebody
action,
else.
it's an ability.
Right on.
It just kicks in.
Alright, I rage up. I get rock and roll with my big great axe, and I run directly for the thing, running for the pretty bugbear. So I've got this giant axe. I'm raging unless I have to
Yep.
roll the rage.
No.
No, great, thank God. So I'm just purely raging, ready to swing my big double-handed axe right down the center of the meat of this thing.
Go for it.
Not aiming for the heart.
At the grill.
Not aiming for
It's going through the midriff.
any peripheral stuff. I'm just going straight for that squishy center.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
My attack roll.
Yep.
It is 20
Does he have range on his attacks?
plus
Who? This guy.
Range. Yeah.
proficiency as well. What did you say?
He's got javelins he can throw.
A hit is dice plus strength.
Yeah. Plus proficiency of 2.
Or plus proficiency too.
Okay, that is 15.
It just scrapes up, doing a big scarring mark across the surface. Sparks fly off in the dim dusk light.
These are really hard to get into.
Yeah.
So wait,
Have
You're
I
14?
damaged the carapace
What
at
are you
all?
doing?
Your 17 didn't hit.
My 15 didn't hit.
I try. How wide are the bars of that little?
Oh, that's tiny.
Yeah, wide enough
You
to
would never
stop
know
it.
if it
Wide
was
enough to
wide
stop an
enough
arrow, but not
bugs.
wide enough to stop lice.
I mean, you know, it's wide enough for something, but but not for your weapons.
Unless I try to stab it with my rapier between the bars.
Yeah, you can give it a go.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a called shot, but if you get the called shot, then you'll pass this arm class and do the damage straight to the gnome, so you won't be damaging the machine.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try and do.
So
I'm gonna
minus
switch
5.
out to my rapier, and I'm gonna try and stab between the bars of this thing. No, I don't.
I am dying.
That's a
dude.
10. Plus a -5, that's a 5.
You're gonna die. Yeah, you gotta run away. Nope.
The rapier just scrapes off the side of it, but you are now engaged. So Shadow and Golfag, you're both right up there in with it. Jupiter.
I would like to use my Cure Wounds, so I regain hit points equal to 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which I believe. So I'm going to use this. Spell modifier is +2, so. But that's my whole turn, right?
That's your action. You also have bonus actions and reactions, because some spells can be cast as bonus actions.
Oh yes,
or
these
reactions.
some of them are yes, but no, this is just an action. So I'm going to Cure Wounds myself, and I'm going to roll d8. That's a 3 plus my 2. I regain 5.
Awesome. So the guy or the machine just standing there with its arms out to the side now starts. You hear this tick 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 tick, ding, and its arms start whizzing around. So you two both need to make dexterity rolls, dexterity saving throws.
Touched your
How do
characters.
I do that?
So make a roll and add your dexterity bonus.
20.
Not that.
No, not naturally.
20, not nat. Yeah, okay. That is a 17.
Alright, cool. So you take 6 points of damage as this sharp razor blade just. But you're currently raging,
Yeah.
right?
So you take half.
Which means you take half damage.
Yeah.
Did you pass or fail?
What did I need to hit?
To dodge,
To
essentially.
Yeah, what did I need to get? Because I got 17.
Okay, yeah, you dodge. You'll still take damage, much like you did. So that's 10, 12. You only take 6 points of damage as the blades go spin, and he's like doing this up, like his legs go out and in, so the body like goes up and down as the blades spin round and round and round, and you just get caught across the shoulder. A large gash cuts up your arm.
I'm gonna cast Entanglement next time.
And Credo.
Jeez, I don't even know what to do. Can I throw a rock at the
What
Could
have
you
you
do
got
something
left?
useful, please?
well, I can't. Well, I tried to do a firebolt before, and it didn't do anything.
Can she try it again? Like,
Well, cantrips you
Is
can
it
do
cantrip?
again and again.
It's cantrip, yeah.
yeah, do it again.
Yeah,
Okay.
cantrips.
Firebolts.
Is there splash damage?
7.
Do you,
Not on the fireball.
do you need to hit with the thing, or do you just
Yeah,
do damage?
firebolt is an attack.
Yep.
So you just make a standard spell
So
attack
you
roll.
still gotta roll for your attack.
Okay.
And she's got a +5 on her attack modifier.
Yeah, so she rolls the d20 and
So
that's
you got
5.
16 + 5.
Yeah, so 21.
That hits,
So
absolutely.
you do hit, yeah.
Thank God. And attack of 7.
Plus
And now
2.
you roll damage.
She rolled it
She
before.
rolled the damage first.
By
so,
Okay, cool.
so it's a +2 on your 7.
So 9?
Yeah,
9.
9.
How hurt is he?
Some of the metal is heated up. It's really hard to tell with these guys.
Okay, God's sake.
Ooh, metal's heated up. And he's got gash to it.
Alright, so it's the dude's turn.
Scratches along the surface from various attacks that you guys have thrown into it, and he's gone in. Golfag, you're up. Golfag,
Do whatever,
What are you
whatever
doing?
makes you happy.
Alright, gonna hit
You're
the
still
hot-
within
I'll hit the
5
hot
feet of
part
us,
if you
you're
can
still very
tangle.
close.
Okay.
Just hit the thing.
I'm gonna hit the hot part with my big axe.
cool, awesome.
God.
And are you recklessly attacking this? You're getting advantage, is that right?
No. Just regular attacking. Because I don't want it to have an advantage on me.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
Right? No?
it's up to your
Is that a
choice.
thing?
That is correct.
Okay, then you do what makes you happy.
But it also means, because remember you're taking half damage from. That's the barbarian trick. Is you're just like, well, fuck it. I could get the hit points to be able
Let's get
to
reckless.
soak up and
Okay.
take the
This
advantages.
tangle better go.
You only live once. I like to see what you want.
And then your soul gets devoured by Kridu.
Yeah.
And then you're so,
20.
what? What?
It's a subplot, don't worry.
A natural 20?
Yeah, there's a natural
Awesome.
20 here.
So you take the natural 20.
Plus 3 strength. Plus 2 proficiency.
You hit, honey.
Now roll damage.
Weird.
And roll double damage dice. So your great axe should be doing d12 damage, so roll 2d12s and then add your strength bonus.
Is this my d12? That one's really
2d12.
7 plus 4 plus
2.
The axe?
Oh, well, no, with the axe is no plus. The axe is the dice.
Yeah,
And then you
it's
add your
nice.
strength bonus.
Right, 3. 14.
Okay, so this time, instead of a scrape, there is a solid thud as the sound of metal shearing as the side of the axe is shink and cuts straight into the torso. You see the gnome inside, like this sort of sweats, shit! And randomly started to push buttons. And you hear the sounds, and you see steams fill up inside the chamber and start pushing out the front, as well as from around where the axe has gone in.
Is he still inside of his thing? Is he coming out?
He's not coming out just yet, but it's not his turn yet, so you're not sure what he's going to be doing. Shadow.
Yep. So he's still inside his thingy, isn't he?
Get him out. I'll squish him.
Don't get him out.
Well, if you hurt the thing enough, he'll have to come out because he'll be broke.
Yeah, but I don't have an axe. Rapier's on as her party. I can
Pokey
still
pokey.
try.
Just
I
try
can still
your
try
best.
do. I'll still try and do the
Try
pokey
your
pokey.
best. Try your best.
Alright. Thanks. I love the
should have been a
support.
bard.
You really should have bard. That would be great. Next time we'll do it.
You
as a
can
bard.
multi-class.
We can kill his character and I can eat the soul and then it comes back as a bard.
But that was-
What do you
Bird
roll?
bard.
You could roll hit
Whose
dice.
character?
Yeah, that's a D. That's my tiny D20.
Oh,
I got a tiny version of a
don't
D.
use that one. It sucks.
That's what gave me the 2 nat 20s.
Oh, okay. So what did you hit?
I got a 6. Because I'm trying to do something very specific.
There's just so much golfag in the way.
There's so much gold flag in the way.
It's just
And
hard to get anything else but feathers.
Yeah, like I feel like I
Also,
tried
you're
to
trying
go
to get
do that
up and
and
you're
I
trying
got
to get
a
around
feather
these
in the
blades.
face and totally like just went like way off. Just like got thump with a wing.
Jupiter.
I'm thinking I'd like to attack normally. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just attack normally, and then I'm going to like heal myself because I have a bonus action is healing. I was gonna entangle him, but like it doesn't do any damage, and it seems that he's kind of like getting there.
And it would entangle
Everybody. So
gold bag. Well, it wouldn't entangle me.
okay, cool. I'd like to make a great club attack, just on the
Yep,
dude.
of course.
Cool. Let's hit. Let's hit. Come on.
Hit him.
6 plus 1.
Probably not enough, considering you need a base attack of 18 to hit these guys at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe I can conjure 12
It's
out of my
been
ass. You don't
difficult.
know.
I mean, the impressive things come out of that fur. Regardless, you are just swinging, and it just gets this. The momentum of the arms that spin around just knock the club back before you can even get
Okay,
close.
cool. I'm not gonna heal myself just in case one of you goes down.
At which point, once more, everyone within 5 feet of it gets to make a dexterity saving throw. Yes, all 3 of you guys who are just pushed off in melee. This thing is just spinning around, up and down, up and down.
Dexterity saving throw.
Uh huh.
12.
The
Okay.
saving throw.
All told?
It's plus 5 for saving
Pardon?
throw.
All told?
15.
Yeah.
And you?
14.
Cool. All right. So Golfag, you're taking half damage on 10, which is 5, and
Killed her.
How much did you do to me?
what did you get in your dodge roll?
12.
How many hit points do you have left?
6.
How many hit points do you have total?
11.
Well, you're not dead outright.
Oh, thank fuck.
The blade spins around, and Golfag, you see it cut straight across her chest. You see her small
She's
possum like jumps out,
Double rage.
and the bugbear goes down unconscious. You take 14 points of damage from that. I rolled double 6.
Whoa.
Just
So now my thing says fails and saves.
Sorry, your thing.
Now my thing says I'm dead and I have to make...
That's correct. You have to make
Death
death saving throws every
Yeah.
round. So when it gets to your turn in the initiative order, you'll start to make those death saving
Can you
throws.
just kill this bitch, please?
And Shadow, what'd you get on your dodge?
I got a 15.
All right, cool. So you 4, 5, 6, 9. you only take 4 points of damage as the blades spin around. But this guy, seeing the attacks coming in,
Wait, did you say 4 points of damage?
yes. Is that pushing you over?
No, I still got.
Agree to do something.
But this guy is you see his last movement up. He goes up and his legs kind of extend, and then he goes and starts bounding down the path away from you at speed, leaking steam
Yep.
starts trailing out behind him.
Flyboy, do your flyboy thing.
Well, it's Creedu's turn.
So, okay, so where are these people in relation to the
So
gnome?
they're about, at this point, I'm saying you advanced a bit closer, so they're about 60 feet away from you, and this guy just went like another 100 feet. He's like 160 feet away from you.
160? That's a bit excessive.
My
He just moved
max
100
range
feet.
is 120
That's
feet.
She can't even throw a fireball.
Can't do anything, really.
She can just scream.
Do you have any?
You can move and
friends.
then
You
cast a
can
fireball.
move. You
So
have
you
like
have to move
30
40
feet of
feet.
movement?
Yeah.
You have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that only leaves her 10 feet out.
Do you have any healing ability in the meantime? If you can't go over that
I
way.
don't have any healing ability. Look at
Is
me.
that
You could potentially make a medicine roll to try and stabilize Jupiter. If you care.
Stabilizing.
Yeah, smart people.
Fine.
You could also
Yeah,
make
okay.
an Arcana roll to just suck out her soul.
Oh.
If you kill me this early,
I'm not going to.
at all,
I promised you I wouldn't, as it for our friendship.
don't kill Mo.
Let's see if you've got any bonuses to your.
I have
you've
Arcana
got a plus
bonuses.
2. You've got. Oh, is it making
Medicine?
Medicine.
Is it Arcana to suck the soul, medicine
Don't
to check?
suck my soul.
Alright,
That's
so
a
your
+4 in
medicine.
Arcana. Can I suck his soul?
Oh my god.
He's
He's
not
not
down.
down.
Oh, you've got a plus 2 to medicine. Good.
Okay, great. Here we go. 19. Plus 2
Okay.
now?
21.
You immediately rush over and stabilize Jupiter.
Pop up?
No.
No.
No, you're just not dying
stabilized.
anymore.
Yeah, that means
Great.
you don't have to make your death saves. You're stabilized.
But I'm just out of the round. I can't like do anything.
That's correct.
Well, I'm leaving.
You happy?
Thank
You
you.
wanted this fight. This is what you
Cool
get.
fag.
Hey.
So I'm with them now, though.
Yes.
Oh, I don't like that.
How far is it?
Oh, but it's far away from them, so it's not going to be doing that. There's this cloud of steam, so it's gone 100 feet from you.
Okay.
You were so cute.
Can I? Is it far enough to
You could
fly
move
and
50
hit?
feet and throw a javelin.
I can throw a javelin from here.
Yeah.
It's got a 120 range on it. Okay.
Do you want to throw your harpoon javelin?
Yeah, rage throw the harpoon javelin.
How many harpoon javelins does he have?
I've got 3 kinds of javelin.
Choose what the third one is.
Mystery javelin. Should I use the mystery javelin?
What would be the mystery javelin? Not even you know, amnesiac.
Yeah, that's the thing. We'd have to roll for what the effects are if it hits. That's fine. Alright, yep, I'm throwing a harpoon javelin
Mhm.
at the thing as it runs the clip away. Is this dex or strength that I'm rolling now?
Strength.
Okay.
Ooh.
It is plus strength, but not plus proficiency.
And plus proficiency.
Then it is
Always plus proficiency on attack rolls.
22.
Absolutely hits. Roll damage, which is the base javelin damage.
Basic javelin damage is 1d6 plus 3. Well, that's disappointing. 4.
1d6
No, wait, 1d6 plus 3. 6!
And now make as a special ability for this is as a bonus action.
Yep.
You can now make a contested strength roll against it to pull it back towards you.
Okay.
So roll plus strength, and because it's a strength roll, you get advantage on that.
Okay.
Oh, take it. Just this
Oh,
one. This
thank
one.
you.
Just take it.
17 plus 3 plus 2 is 22.
Okay, it's not plus the 2,
Plus
fortunately.
3 is 20.
It's just a strength test. Alright, cool.
That's
So,
good.
swing.
I'll get it eventually.
You
Oh, good.
hear this rending sound
Mm.
of shearing metal as you sort of pull it back, and the top of, and through the mist you see this shape pulling towards you through the air, and it spirals and then lands heavily on the ground. Crunch, crunch. But then as you look off, and in the tail end of the sunlight, you see the body of this thing escaping the steam. And from the torso down, the top half of it has been completely torn off. And you see just standing there, completely exposed, looking out of the top over his shoulder at you guys, going, "Ah!" That's what's left of the gnome, still just pushing the throttle and levers on the leg mechanisms. It just bounds off into the forest, completely missing the top half that you have lying on the ground. But unfortunately, your quarry escapes. Unless there's anything that you can think to do in the last round.
Can I, how far away is he?
At that point, he'd be over 200 feet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
He's moving 100 feet around as soon as he hit the escape button.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Cat magic.
My range for my short bow max is 320.
Oh,
And he's not armored in his shell anymore.
No.
Killing.
But you're going to be at disadvantage to hit him.
Yeah.
You want to take the long bomb?
Yeah. Take long bow.
Okay.
You want to give me the I've got 6.
You can do this.
18 plus 5.
That's the lowest.
Oh, lowest. Sorry. That's a 12 plus 5.
That's... So you let the bows roll damage.
What damage does your short bow do?
It's just a d6 plus 3.
But it's a sneak attack because he's not looking at
yeah, I
you.
get 2d6.
Straight through the head.
He's like running away.
Shish kebab.
Oh, he should be dead.
It's 12.
12?
Ah! So it lands clean through his neck. So it starts gurgling and spluttering. But the thing keeps running.
What?
It's like when you have a
Until-
stroke and the foot hits the
Yeah.
That's my arrow.
As he lies limply in the cockpit, gears and bits just leaking all over the place until suddenly this giant clockwork spring sounds out through the forest as the mechanism collides into a nearby tree.
It's just a bit unfair for me to do finishing blows.
We killed them. Can I pop that
Did we?
Yep.
No
So
one must
you
inspect
take a bit of
whatever
time.
this was.
Yeah.
You wake up to the eyes of and tender hands of some of the faithful support crew who are bringing you back to consciousness and giving you some water and patting you down and brushing your fur and pulling out all these twigs.
Don't touch him up. He's a bit of a scrambler, man.
No, they're trying to brush out all the twigs that are in your fur, all the vines.
Cleaning out that gash.
Cool. So I'm alive.
You're alive. You're on 1 hit point.
I'm on 1 hit point. Okay. 1 hit point. Amazing. So we're back at camp.
1 hit point buddies.
1 hit point, buddy. Wow, you killed that gnome with 1 hit point.
So while Jupiter's recovering, is there anything you guys would like to do?
I mean, retrieve my javelin, but also
Of course.
check out that
The machines.
the one that got away.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh.
like a car wreck. Like it's like smashed up,
Yeah.
tangled around a tree. There's the slumped body of the gnome
Can you
in
get
the
my
cockpit
arrow?
there.
It was in the neck, so soft. My arrow should be
got it.
fine.
Can
Thank you.
Credo and I do like a little CSI woodlands thing?
Yep, make an investigation roll.
She like
Can I?
Go fag. I'm glad you didn't die this time. I would have to eat your
So the way, if the two of you are
Let's
doing
go
it together,
inspect.
then one
Yeah.
person can help and the other
She
can
should-
roll with advantage.
Could you roll to look?
Roll with advantage, so you can roll another one if you want. See if
And
you can
choose
get
the
higher.
highest.
Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
17.
And your investigation is +2, so 8, 19.
19, good stuff.
Okay, and what particularly are you looking for? You want to find out how they died? The CSI
Valley.
thing?
Oh,
Where they
okay.
came
You know how they died. You saw that happen.
Yeah, I want
You
to
have
find
this
valuables
amazing
on
vision
them.
of how they collided violently with the tree, their head going back and forward. They must have been still alive as the arrow was thrust and jaggedly tore at their neck where it was sitting in there. But you investigate them, and you find a total of 150 gold
Yeah.
between them,
Oh.
and you find a note.
A nose.
A note.
Oh.
In one of the compartments, you're sort of looking around, you like, this little nose thing, and you sort of put a little button, and a little butt pocket opens up.
Butt pocket.
Yeah, and inside there's like a little colostomy bag and also a scroll tube.
What?
Ooh, scroll.
Scroll tube. What's in the
Golfag can
scroll
read.
tube? Golfag can't read.
Golfag can read.
You
I
open
feel like
up.
that's a lie.
Jun Jun.
Well, you assisted. This is how you assisted. You're like, this elaborate mechanism.
Jun, jun, jun.
And you're like, aha, a scroll tube!
What does it say? What does it say? What does it say?
You open it up and unroll it, and you all see a very well depicted picture of Shadow.
Oh!
Wanted. Shadow.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. No, alive.